Many people think you need so much money to start a reselling business. This challenge is going to test myself, and I am taking you along for the ride to show you that you can do this with very little money. You could even do this with $10, $50, $60. I'm going to do it with $100. $100 to source items, flip them for a profit. We are taking no outside money, just the initial $100. I wish I had a $100 bill here. I never have cash. We're going to take the Hulkin, not sponsored, by the way. I love this thing. I've had it for years. It's so beat up. It's a bag with wheels. I wish I was sponsored by Hulkin. We're going to take the Hulkin. We're going to go to Goodwill Outlet. If you do not have a Goodwill Outlet near you, we are also going to go to the traditional thrift stores. We are going to source all of the ways possible to try to stretch this $100 as far as we can. And we are going to take that profit, put it back into the business, list these items, and see how long it takes us to get to $5,000. So join along, friends, subscribe.
All right, let's get into the rules of the challenge. I am starting with my initial $100, and I can use no outside money. So I'm not putting any additional money into this until I start making a profit. I am going to update you as I have sales. I'm going to show you the listings, and every week, I'm hoping if we're making profit, I can go sourcing to buy more items until we hit that $5,000 profit goal. And that's not $5,000 in sales. I'm talking $5,000 in profit, friends. So this could take a while. We shall see how it goes. Initially, friends, is to get as much inventory for the least amount of money as possible. So you can see here, I am sourcing on $2 day. Well, it's actually $3 day. It's $2.79 today for all purple tags. I found this little patch of kids clothing. Those were all new without the tags, but I don't want to sell kids clothing in this challenge. You may notice this footage from the most recent Come Thrift With Me video I did. I started filming this challenge 2 weeks ago because I wanted to give myself some time to get some listings up and to hopefully start getting some sales so I could put that all in episode 1. So I've already had some sales from the items that I picked up on $2 day. And then I also went to the Goodwill Outlet, where in Los Angeles, it's about I always forget the exact price. It's $3.89 per pound, $3.84, it's $3 and it's like $3 and $3.80 something a pound. So for me, it usually comes out to being about $2 to $3 per item. So that's how I'm going to start sourcing for this challenge, is $2 day at the Goodwill Outlet or $3 day and the Goodwill bin, so that we can get as much inventory as possible in the beginning to start making some profit. And then, once we start making some profit, I can maybe buy things that are a little more expensive, but that's the plan. Here are some of the items I did pick up on this day. This is the brand Nikki. Like I said, you probably have seen this if you've been subscribed. I think it was literally the last Come Thrift With Me video I posted. You saw me show you this dress. I got this for $3. So everything on this day that's purple tags is $3. Like I said, it's a little confusing because it's actually $2.79, but for the purpose of this challenge, I'm just going to round up. But after episode 1, everything will be real time. I just wanted to do the sourcing while I could. If you are new here, I work full time. I have 2 small kiddos. They are 2 and 4. I am married. I'm just trying to think of all the stuff I do. I have a full-time job in healthcare. I think I said that. Part-time real estate agent. I do these YouTube videos. So I knew in order for this challenge to even be interesting for the first episode, I would have to source first for like a week or 2. And that's what I had to do. So that's why you're seeing me show you this footage again, because I had already started the challenge, but I just wanted to give myself some time to get some stuff listed. I did not pick up these Free People pants. They were not on sale. You can see it's gray tag. So I passed on that. I was very strict with myself because I knew I needed to get as much as possible. The only thing I paid full price for on this day is the Viore jacket, the fleece jacket. I paid $10 for that. I'm not going to include that in the challenge just because, like I said, to get started, I'm only including the items that I paid $3 or less for. So that way we can get as much inventory as possible for our initial $100 investment. Now I am only trying to pick up items that are going to sell quickly, but I couldn't pass up this L Space dress. This was sold on Revolve and it retailed for close to $200 and it was only $3. So I just had to pick this up. This might sit for a while. It may not sell for a very long time, but you know what? I am still shipping out summer dresses. I literally just mentioned this. I sold a Tommy Bahama dress, pink summer halter dress that went to Florida just a couple days ago for $65. So it's always warm somewhere in the world. So I decided to pick that up because once it sells, that could give us a ton of profit, but it just may sit for a while. Next up, I found this vintage Christmas sweater. I could not believe this had no stains. Not one stain. Usually when I find those Christmas sweaters like that, they're stained. I looked it up and I believe that's from the early 90s. Picking up that vintage Christmas sweater. I picked up this Alfani scarf. It was new with the tags into the Hulk and It Goes. I wasn't joking. We were actually taking the Hulk in. I found this new with tags Alfani, kind of like a shawl. I don't know what you call these, like an overlay top. A shawl, right? You know, see, it has the neck hole there. That was new with the tags. Everything on this day was $2. So I ended up picking that up. I think this was someone's go back pile because a lot of the stuff was like sweaters, vintage tops, shawls, scarves, but $2 a piece. I could not pass that up. And I picked it up also because of seasonality, because we are in fall and winter's coming up. Thread and Supply, picked that up. Really good condition. A lot of times when I find these fleece sweaters at the Goodwill outlet, they have a ton of stains. That had no stains. It was really good condition. Definitely picked that up. A lot of the stuff you're seeing me pick up here at the Goodwill outlet is more so for seasonality, and I can use a lot of keywords that people are searching for, like fleece, warm, soft, sweater, cardigan, scarf, shawl, all those types of things. This Pendleton cardigan, how amazing is this? I would wear this. I'm pretty sure I own something very similar to this from Pendleton, but look, it had so many holes, but I picked it up anyways. I'm going to try to repair it. I'll keep you posted. I'm not the best at doing hole repairs, but I've seen a bunch of tutorials, and the Goodwill outlet is the perfect place to give it a try. So we'll see how I do. Total spent on the first day from $3 day at the Goodwill, $2 at the Goodwill outlet, $100 exactly, and I was able to get 40 items. Well, it actually came to like $99.80. I'm just rounding up to 100. I wanted to get as close to 100 as possible, and we got 40 items, which brings us to a cost of about $2.50 per item.
Now, I probably already talked about this in the voiceover portion, but I just want to reiterate in case you missed it. I resell multiple different ways. So I list things for sale on Poshmark, eBay. I sell occasionally like bigger items on local websites where I meet people locally with my husband. If you know, you know. If you haven't seen the video on creepy reseller situations, I will link it down below. I'm not going to go into those stories. But for this challenge, we're only going to be using items that I list myself and that I sell myself. I haven't decided if we should include items from live sales. Can you all let me know your thoughts? Since this is episode 1, do you want me to try to sell some of this stuff live and include that, or do you not? Because I know some of you are live sellers. Some of you may want to try live selling. I was thinking about no, but let me know. I'll do whatever the majority wants. I think just to start though, for episode 1, it'll only be things listed. And then once I see your comments after I post this episode, if you want me to include things in live sales, I can, and I will track those, but no outside money. For now, I'm just doing items that I am listing myself. Okay. And no thread up. That's another big one. I currently have over 1,000 items listed for sale on ThreadUp. and I wasn't going to send any of this to ThreadUp because it just slows the process down. Just to ship items to them takes like 7 days, and then for them to list it can take like, right now they're being very fast. The items would probably be listed within like 7 to 14 days, but I want to have this be realistic for most resellers, and I don't know that most of you sell on ThreadUp, and like I said, it'll slow us down. But if you want me to send some of this stuff to ThreadUp, let me know. But for now, I'm just going to list everything I'm showing you, and then let me know your thoughts down below. Like, do you want me to send some stuff to ThreadUp? Do you want me to try to live sell some of this? Let me know. So I am filming this in fall. It's currently the end of October, almost November. That is why I picked this jacket up. I got this for $2 at the Goodwill outlet. This is Inc. International Concepts. This is a very heavy coat. This coat weighs like 2 to 3 pounds, and it is mostly wool, 66% wool. I actually do pretty well selling ink. A lot of my reselling friends do not pick this brand up, but we're focused on sell-through rates, right? We're focused on seasonality. We want to move through this stuff as quickly as possible. We're in fall/winter, and if I can get a full-on 2-pound coat in great condition that's wool for $2, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to use all the keywords, and I'm hoping that should sell pretty quickly. I do the best selling that brand on ThreadUp, but I think if I, make a nice stock photo for that. Of course, when I'm filming, if you are new here, can you guys hear me while my phone's ringing? I always make the joke that either my husband or my mom calls me while I'm filming. It's like they have a sixth sense that I am filming. This is a new to me brand, Woodbridge Flannel Company. This is a men's shirt. Here's the tag. I looked up comps, and I'm pretty sure I could flip this for like $25, $30. I might list this as unisex because even though this is men's, like I would wear this. I wear shirts like this with some like knee-high boots and tights. This is like my go-to fall quick mom outfit, an oversized tee that's made for men because it'll cover my booty. I'm 5'6". So I might list this as unisex, but that's a new to me brand. So I feel like seasonality is great there. This one is a Lucky brand. Again, another seasonality / keyword style pick. Lucky brand. This is a size medium. Really nice cardigan. It's got the geometric print, kind of like the mixed print at the bottom. It's very soft and cozy. All the keywords will be used. I think for the challenge, what we'll do is I'll show you, by the way, I probably told you this in the voiceover part. Everything I'm showing you was $2. Well, I guess I should say $3 or less. I always have to explain this. I'm sure I talked about it earlier, but just so you know, here in Los Angeles, the way our sale works, we do have sales every week. Sunday through Wednesday, the color of the week, so everything that has like a black tag goes 50% off. So like if this Ralph Lauren dress was $10, which it was, it would go down to $5 Wednesday. Where's the tag? Sunday through Wednesday. Then Thursday it's $2.79. Friday it's $2.50, and Saturday it's $2. So I picked this up on Saturday when it was $2. This is a Ralph Lauren dress, size 18. 2025 has been very interesting for my reselling career. Ralph Lauren is my top 10 selling best brand on eBay. I have been smashing it, just selling pre-owned Ralph Lauren dresses, blazers, coats, everything. Ralph Lauren, just a classic American brand that has, it's not even a renaissance. I was going to say that's made a comeback for me personally, and I feel like a lot of us. Ralph Lauren hasn't gone anywhere, but for the younger generation, it's becoming more popular because of social media. Like I'm talking like 20 and younger. They're all about like the Ralph Lauren polo bear and Ralph Lauren Christmas stuff, So for them, it's like, I guess, coming back or new, maybe. Can you imagine? Like probably a 15-year-old is like, oh my gosh, that's such a cool brand with the bear. And we're like, this has been around forever. So these you may have seen in my recent Come Thrift With Me video. You're seeing this video like 2 weeks after I filmed it because I wanted to have enough time to get this stuff listed so that we could see if I get sales even in the first episode. I think you're probably going to see this like a week and a half after. So you probably saw me source these on $2 day because I wanted to get that video out. But I'm including these in the challenge because I haven't listed them yet. And I scored, if you go and see that video, I was sourcing, these were actually $2.79. So let's say these were $3. We're just going to round up. Somebody donated all of their rag and bone leggings. Are they called leggings or jeggings? Rag and bone legging. And I am fairly certain it's from the same person because they're all the same size. And if you go and watch that video, you'll see I found like, I think I filmed when I found 5, but then I ended up finding 5 more after my Ray-Ban my glasses died. If you don't know, when I film Come Thrift With Me videos, I 99% of the time will just film with my glasses. I always link them down below. They are an investment. I think they're going down in price because they're releasing a new version. They were $300 when I got them, but I think they're dropping. They are so worth it. Even if you're not a YouTuber or content creator, it's just so cool to use them for like family stuff. You can be hands-free. Like I use it a lot to film family videos with my kids and I'm like playing with them and you just push a button. They're glasses. I don't have them here and they record. I know it sounds like I'm sponsored. It's not, but I was filming with those when I did that Come Thrift With Me and they died. So you didn't see me finding the other stash. And I think it's all from one person because they're all the same size and they all look perfectly new. I don't know if that was a direct donation from a store or something, or if that was from one person. I didn't have time to talk to the manager that day because whenever it's $2 day, the store is just insane. If you are not new around here, I am a chatty Cathy with the employees. You would never know I'm an introvert, but I can put it on for the employees because they're so helpful. They just want people to be kind to them. They work in customer service and they can give you a lot of insider tips, friends. All right, this was the find of the day. This was $2 at the Goodwill outlet. This is Ramy Brook, brand new with the tags. This retailed for $3.95. Now this is not in season, but I don't care. Oh my gosh, I'm tripping on this. It was $2, friends. Is this a dress? I didn't even know. I just saw the tag. I saw the tag in the bin and I was like, yep. Oh, it's a dress, or it's more like a tunic. What size is this? Size extra small. The thing about Ramy Brook is it is occasionally sold at like TJ Maxx in their like designer section. So you can find it heavily marked down, but then a lot of their newer stuff still sells for a really good price. Like this brand is one of those brands that will sit for me for like a year and then I'll get a full price sale. So I don't know how fast this will sell. The sell-through rate on this brand is not great, but I couldn't miss picking up something that's priced at $400 for $2. Like, if it's the last thing that sells in the challenge, it is. But the good thing that I have on my side is that holiday season is coming up. So maybe someone will buy that as a gift. I will say I've noticed in my stores, everything that's selling quickly is stuff that's new. Like I can't keep stuff that's new with the tags in my Poshmark closet in my eBay right now. Things that have higher sell-through rates. Not everything new is selling. Here's another rag and bone legging. I really should have talked to the manager because these look like they've never been worn. And I don't like listing things, like look at the gusset. I don't like listing things as new without the tags unless I talk to someone at the store and I know they're new without the tags. I just don't like doing that because then I feel like I always tell you I try to overpromise and underdeliver. No, underpromise and overdeliver. I had that messed up. So I don't want a customer to be like, there's no way this is new without the tags. Like it looks like it's been worn. So I never do new without the tags unless I'm 100% sure. And I'm just not. So I'll just list that as pre-owned excellent, I guess, because I don't know. But it's just usually at a thrift store when you find multiples of an item, same size that look that good, usually it's from a store. But Talbot's another bread and butter brand for me, and size 12. And I like on the newer tags. Oh, there's a little smush there. I'll get these cleaned up. I'm going to actually wash these. It has a style name there, size 12. They're full length, perfect for the holiday season. These are in great condition other than that little smush, smudgies. I'll wash that. Free People. I mentioned in a recent Come Thrift With Me video, Free People is quickly becoming one of those brands. Now I find every time I go thrifting, it doesn't sell as great as it used to years ago, but so what? This was $3 and it's new with the tags, retailed for $68. It's a size extra small. I looked this up. This was for sale on Revolve. It has a little button here so you can close it. Like that really stretchy, soft material thong. $3, I'll take it. I pick up most Free People as long as it's not in like horrible condition. I will tell you though, you check the sell-through rate. It doesn't sell like it used to like 5-10 years ago, but it still sells for me. Mostly does really well for me during live sales, but for episode 1, we're not going to include any of this in live sales. So you're seeing this like a week and a half after I've filmed it because I want to get this stuff listed. I want to show you some of the listings. Hopefully, I'm going to go home right now and list some of this stuff. Hopefully, some of it will sell. I got more items, friends, but I feel like this video is getting so long. So let me know. Here's the feedback I need from you as we proceed. Every item I buy, once we make some profit, do you want to see everything? If you do, let me know because I have like 25 more items here, but if this video is getting very long, do you want to see everything? Everything I buy, let me know. Number 2, do you want me to try to live sell some of this stuff and include those profits? Anything I sell, I'm going to include the profit. The question is, do you only want this stuff to be listed? I'm leaning more towards just listing everything, but if some of you are interested in it, let me know because I am going to be live selling. I just wouldn't include this inventory. And 3, would you be interested in me sending any of this to ThredUp? Just know if we send anything to ThredUp, it's going to take a while because like realistically, it's going to take like two to 4 weeks from the time I send it to them for it to even get listed. And then we would have to wait for it to sell. So let me know.
We already have some sales, friends. First up, this was $2. This was new with the tags, Free People. You can see from the model, if you know Revolve, that website, they use the same 10 models and rotate them. This was sold on Revolve. This sold very quickly, and 2 into 39, I will take it. Here's another fast sale. This one was $2 from the Goodwill outlet, 2 into 45. This is a brand, Blink NYC. A lot of my reselling friends say they can't move. I still pick it up, friends. I will say their faux leather biker jackets, like 5-7 years ago, used to be hot sellers. Those, even new with the tags, will sit for me. But shackets, full length coats, I still pick up from them. This was $2. I even tried to like initially sell this in a live sale, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to include live sales in this unless you guys want me to. So again, let me know in the comments, but I listed it, and thanks to AI, I created this really cute stock image. If you haven't seen my video where I walk you through step by step how to create, it's not a stock image, sorry, your own model images, check that video out. It's linked down below. I take you in my computer and I show you literally how to do it, and you can do it for completely free. Last sale of the week was the Brixton plaid jumpsuit. I showed this in a recent video, but this is part of the challenge because I sourced all of these items you're seeing. I sourced in those 2 stores that you just saw in that footage. So 2 into 37. And I mentioned this before, I probably could have gotten more for this, but I'm trying to move things quickly so we can get profit as quickly as possible to keep reinvesting. So with just these 3 sales, friends, we are at $90 profit, which I am very excited about. What is that, like 1/10 of the way there? I don't even think it's let me do the math really quickly. Like, what is 10? Let me see. No. 1/10 of the way there would be $500. We are like 1%. So slowly but surely, friends, we will get there. But the more profit we get, the more we can reinvest. I will take it. $90 profit in a week and a half. We're going to keep going. And don't forget, we still have 37 items from this first 2 weeks or a week and a half, I should say, that are still listed. So those could still sell. So follow along, subscribe. I'm going to show you the numbers. Now you are caught up. We are at present day. So episode 2, make sure you subscribe because that's all stuff that's going to be present day, present timing. And we're all caught up. Let's see how long this takes us. Subscribe, and I will see you in episode 2.